Welcome home, where we provide information, inspiration, and motivator after motivator after motivator here on America's Next. I'm right here with Vito, the scholar, artist, and rapper. How you doing, Vito?
Sir, what's going on?
Oh man, I'm feeling the energy right away. How you doing today?
I'm doing good. You doing good?
I'm doing quite well. I'm doing fantastic. And it's always good to say something extremely positive when people are asking you how you're doing, because then you stand out from other people.
Yeah.
I've been in elevators where I've asked somebody, how you doing? And they say, I can't call it. Or they say, I'm just doing all right.
Mm-hmm.
You know who I remember? I remember the person who says, I'm doing great. I'm doing fantastic. How about you?
Mm-hmm.
Hey, I know it's Friday. Did you have to do schoolwork today?
I just had to do a couple classes, just log in a couple. But
Right, just a couple, something quick.
yeah.
Knocked it out the park.
Yep. Got ready for this?
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, this is going to be a very special broadcast today because there comes a time in life where you have to survey the community in which you live. There are stars that are germinating and combusting into bigger, larger stars, and if we can find them, then it adds value to our lives. Mm-hmm. We have a very good story today from this young man. His name is Devoto Parker Jr. Don't forget the Junior. And so I want you to find America's Next Motivator TV show page on Facebook. Don't forget to download our app at E360 TV on Roku, Apple TV, Android TV. Find us on YouTube as well. Join us on the socials, y'all. Devoto, where are you from?
I'm from Cleveland, Ohio.
Cleveland.
Yep.
What part of Cleveland?
I'm from the east side of Cleveland.
Okay. How many parts are there?
Really, it's really just the east side and the west side, but like everywhere on the east, it's just like what we call it. So it's like anywhere over here where I'm at, this is just the east.
Right. Yep. Okay. All right. And what are some of your favorite things to do on the east side? Because there must be a difference between the east side and the west side. What do you like to do on the east side of Cleveland?
Over here, we got what a lot of people come to Cleveland, Ohio for, because we got Polish boys here.
Okay.
I know a lot of people they probably is familiar with that, because that's just like what we.
It's a hometown food.
Yeah, it's just like when you come here, you got to get that.
Right.
And then downtown we got the Rock Hall of Fame and all that.
Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, downtown Cleveland. That's a global landmark right there.
Yeah.
I believe that Cleveland is the best location on the nation, and it's a very talented place. Now, tell us, where'd you go to school at? Well, not where did you go to school, rather. I want to know where did you pretty much grow up at? Tell me about your childhood so far.
My childhood, since I was the only child, I really grew up around my cousins. That was in East Cleveland, so I was just outside hooping with them and just over my grandma's house all the time. But then once I got older, I had got homeschooled. When I got homeschooled, I had turned into a homebody, so I was just home all the time. I was just doing my schoolwork, and then I got into music, music, acting, and just focusing on my craft while I was homeschooled.
Okay.
So I was doing all of that, and then 2018, my mom got diagnosed with breast cancer, so we couldn't really travel and go on the road and all that. So I had to take a break from everything, and I was just doing schoolwork and making sure my mom was straight. Me and my dad was making sure my mom was straight. Yeah.
I want to take some time to unpack some of the things that you're saying. I want to divide them out to help people understand just how far you've come. Your life hasn't been simple just because you're a young man. How old are you?
14 years old.
14 years old.
Yep.
Talk to me about some of the successes that you've had in school so far. What are some of the things that you've done in school so far that you felt like, wow, I'm glad that I accomplished that?
Honor roll and merit roll, because a lot of people look at rappers and they automatically think oh, he's not focusing in school, or he's this type of person. But me, I'm a whole entertainer and I still get on the road, mirror road. That's my primary. I'm gonna focus on school before anything else, just to make my mama proud, my mama and my dad proud, because I know that's what they want out of me. So I'm glad I
Right.
accomplished those things.
I think that that's outstanding. That number one, you are a scholar, but even though you choose to be a rapper as well, you're telling the community that you keep your academics first, and you're telling the community the importance of doing what you have to do in school.
Yeah.
You know, DeVito, I want to take this moment right here and really make it into a larger victory. Can you take about 10 seconds and talk to other young people who are in school right now and they need a little bit of encouragement? Can you talk to them?
Yeah. Just because you probably don't dislike school, trust me, you got to look at it as the bigger picture. When you get older and you had kids, you don't want your kids to look at you and say, well, my dad didn't finish school, so I don't got to finish school. They look at black people as unintelligent, so you got to be intelligent. The scariest thing is a black man that is intelligent and is very smart. So
That's right. That's right. Now, I know that you mentioned a few seconds ago that you wanted to be a whole artist. Do you feel like taking your education seriously is what makes you a whole artist?
yes, because I feel like I can do everything around the board. It's just like my my mindset is what makes me an artist. Because a lot of people, they're stuck in one box. They can only do this. They only think this certain type of way, and they gotta do this. But what makes me an artist is I can focus on school. I can rap. I can act, model. That's what makes me. That's what I feel that's what makes me an artist.
Sure. Your willingness to express yourself in all different capacities is something that I see as a gift. You're
Yeah.
gifted.
Thank
You're
you.
gifted.
Thank you.
What are some of the things that you plan to do with your gift? I know that you rap. What are some of the other things that you do with your talents?
Inspire others.
Wow, you inspire others. You
Yeah.
act. You probably know how to flex or dance or something like that too. You sitting in a gaming chair. Do you play games as well?
I play games a lot. I ain't gonna lie. I play games a lot.
What's up with that chair? I see all of these the people who got the check next to their name. They're always sitting in that chair. What's up with that chair, man? What's the name of it? What's so good about it?
Man, I mean, I can't remember what's the name of my chair exactly. But what's so good about it, if you just gonna sit and play the game all day, you might as well be comfortable.
Right. Okay. So we got the school portion out of the way as far as elementary school. Now, at home, you said you're the only child, right?
Yeah.
What's that like, being the only child? Are you lonely all the time? Are you always in a creative space? What's that like for you?
It's really just, it honestly depends on the day. Some days I might be lonely. I feel like I ain't got nobody to talk to. Because also when I was homeschooled, I really didn't have as many friends. So it was just me, and I just play the game or I write, listen to music. Or some days, I'll be on the game with my friends. You're like my cousin. He like my brother really, but it's my cousin. So sometimes I'll talk to him all day, or I'll be on the phone with some girls. But
Right.
yeah.
And then I keep hearing you mentioning your mother and father. It sounds like your parents are your partners. Is that correct?
Yep. My whole support system.
How do you feel about the fact that your mother and father is there for you to support your dreams?
I'm blessed because I know a lot of people, they don't have that. They really don't have the support system that I have. So I'm lucky and I'm blessed up to have a great mother and great father like I do. So
Absolutely. Ladies and gentlemen, I wanted to paint that brief picture of DeVito Parker Jr., also known as Vito, popularly known as Vito, the It Factor, because I'm getting ready to show you guys a video that makes it plain. Give me 1 second. You guys brace yourselves. It's going down.
yep. friendship. Hold on, she can say something for friendship? What friendship? I don't want to be friends.
You okay? Devoto?
This is how I turn into Vito.
Devoto.
Okay.
Okay. Devoto.
Wow.
No, it's Vito, sweet thing.
You say no, it's Vito, sweet thing.
Baby, I can be your Urkel. Cause I ain't perfect, but I want you. You know they ain't worth you. Give me your heart and I swear I won't hurt you. Can I be your man? I wanna be your friend. Wanna be with you until the end like Lauren Narco. Stay by my side through the pain and all the hard times. Like Lauren Narco. Can't be my love, baby, I can be your Urkel. Cause I ain't perfect, but I want you. You know they ain't worth you. Give me your heart and I swear I won't hurt you. Can I be your man? I wanna be your friend. Wanna be with you until the end like Lauren Narco. Stay by my side through the pain and all the hard times like Lauren Narco. Like Lauren Narco, like Lauren Narco. Yeah, like Lauren Narco, like Lauren Narco. Yeah, like Lauren Narco, like Lauren Narco. Yeah, like Lauren Narco. Cause I'm a guy, I'm a shorty, mama see that. I know the 4 hours still be nervous when I see you. When I'm white back, strike down like a zip. Promise you won't fuck with my so I swear you'll keep it. Now I'm trying to win with you. Don't let nobody play with you cause you know that I sin for you. Been for you and you been for me. Let me show you up so the whole world can see. Cause you funny, you special. You had a boyfriend when we met, I don't care. I'm applying that pressure. Bring me on that cause you know I'ma kiss you. Don't look at your phone on your boyfriend, he miss you. You my girl, now we'll look at what we been through. Up to the top when I was trying to get you. I've been on arguing, never I'm with you. We wasn't together. You let me like you. Can't be my love, baby. I can be your Urkel. Cause I ain't perfect, but I want you. You know they ain't worth you. Give me your heart, and I swear I won't hurt you. Can I be your man? I wanna be your friend. Wanna be with you until the end like Lauren Narco. Stay by my side through the pain and all the hard times like Lauren Narco. Like Lauren Narco, like Lauren Narco. Yeah, like Lauren Narco, like Lauren Narco. Yeah, like Lauren Narco, like Lauren Narco. Yeah, like Lauren Narco. I'm a bike, probably just to see you in different times. Like when it's me on the run, that's money and condo. She know on the real that she like how she style. I said, baby, come run for me and see you all the money. She say that she solid. Told her solid don't mean nothing when you can't trust nobody. I ain't really got nobody. Can you be my somebody? Be my somebody. Yes, sir.
Yes. Ladies and gentlemen, I played the entire video for you to see the overall artistry and effort that this young man put into his work.
Yep.
Who wrote that song?
Me. I write all my own music.
Are you serious? You wrote those lyrics, huh?
Yeah. Everything.
You got flow.
Thank
you know, there's a difference between people that know how to rap and people that know how to flow. You got flow.
Thank you.
And I know a lot of people out there, they would say, what does young man know about Lauren Urkel?
Man, really, that's my fake, like, not even one of my favorite shows. That is my favorite show. I can name, man, I done watched every Family Matters episode there is, literally.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's a great show.
I got an old soul living in the house with my mom. You know, I'll be watching every old TV show, listening to old music. So I had to do that.
You know, we got Mattis Whetstone in the building. Thanks for being here. He says, true talent, Devoto. I grew up with the true rap, with storytelling. I like that your rap tells a story, not gibber. Your beats are off the hook.
Thank you. Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
He made a really good point there. You're telling a story. You're a storyteller.
Mm-hmm.
When did you realize that you wanted to tell the story of Laura and Urkel from your perspective?
Only because, you know, I was just sitting I was just sitting down, you know, and it was just a lot on my mind because it was like just stuff going on. I'm just like, I'm just sitting. I'm like, you know, I caught the flow. You feel me?
Right.
I'm like, oh man, I gotta go write that down because I'm like, I'm just put it with my life so people can understand me more. Because I've been trying to open up to, you know, my supporters more, my fan base, just so they can get to know me more. So I just put in my own words just to get them to know me more on the lovey-dovey side, I guess.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
you come up with these songs so that your fan base could get to know you better.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
Wow.
some songs, I guess, like I say, where it's just some songs where you put out, so it's like you can gain energy. Don't you know, like the hype songs, you know, you
Mhm.
jumping around type songs.
Mhm.
I like those type of songs too, but I like songs where you can feel me and understand me more. Like you actually feel exactly what I'm saying songs more.
Right.
Yeah.
I think that's a dope point that you just made right there, because when the consumer being me, the fan, the person listening to the music,
Uh-huh.
when I feel like I can connect to what you're saying, and I feel like, no, I've been there before. I've literally been sitting on a hill of grass next to a young lady having a conversation, and I'm trying to tell her that life is about more than what we're doing right now. Look, I can morph. I can become something bigger and better.
Yeah.
I see that in your video.
Mm-hmm.
When I see stuff like that, it makes me say, you know what? Every time I see this man drop something, I'm going to look for it.
Yeah.
You know? So I think that's really, really cool. Who
Thank
taught you how to rap?
I say I was self-taught on how to rap, but the first person who got me in the studio was my cousin, Trey. He also raps too. His name Trey the Hitter. And I was like, when the first time I got in the studio, I was like 8. I was 8 years old actually, and you know, it was a basement studio. Now I asked him, I'm like, bruh, I see you rapping. Can you please get me in the studio? I just want to try
Right.
one time, you know. And then after I got in the studio the first time, I just fell in love.
Right.
Like, yeah, I knew that's what I wanted to do.
Wow.
Yeah.
If you didn't know, rap is something that has been being done for years.
Years.
I mean, it's an ancient thing.
Yeah.
In Somalia, they had what was called poet warriors. And what these poets would do is they would meet up. Like if my community had a problem with your community, right? We wouldn't go get the boxing gloves, and we wouldn't go get the guns or the arrows or the weapons. We would get our best poets, and we would put them in what was like a cipher. A cipher is like where everybody is in a circle rapping, like a freestyle session.
Uh-huh.
We would have our best poets going head to head in order to settle disputes between communities.
That's crazy.
And so when it was reborn yet again in the late 70s, and it became what we have today as rap, that art form became pretty much the biggest music genre that we have today.
Yeah.
You know? So when you say that you are a rapper, that's a big deal to me. I think that the community needs to know that you're a rapper, and the world needs to know that you're a rapper, because at some point down the line, how y'all like this? At some point during this show, you're going to be communicating things to the community that we really, really need to hear.
Yes, and also I would like to say, not just a rapper, I'm also an entertainer. You know, I like to say I act, rap, model, you know, and I'm an entrepreneur, so I would like to say entertainer too.
Wow, that's big.
Yeah.
Now, I mean, have you ever actually done acting? How did you get into that?
Yes, actually, I'm a SAG eligible actor. What got me into acting, because I was young, you feel me, and like I was just telling you about having an old soul, whatever. I used to watch The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, and I used to like literally act exactly what I saw on TV. And you know, my grandma was telling my mom like, you really need to get him an acting or whatever. And
right,
mom gave me a chance, and ever since then we've been on straight go mode with acting. Are you familiar with The Shy on Showtime?
Yeah.
I had a speaking role on The Shy, you know.
What?
Yeah, and White Boy Rick, I had a speaking role on there.
Okay.
Yeah, I just did a lot of stuff, but yeah, that's what got me into acting. It's been a long journey, really.
Now, if I'm not mistaken, if you get a speaking role, that's kind of like a big deal, because you could have just been an extra walking down the street, but they let you speak. What did it take for you to actually get speaking roles in those big time pieces? Those are big time pieces.
I like to say, like my mom, she goes hard for me, 110%. So she always find a way to get me in the best predicament. I can. And also, it took a long time. You know, I just didn't start off doing that. I started off doing straight background. You know, like I started. The first thing I did was a music video, and all I did was dance and walk around. You feel me? I had no speaking role, man. But as the years went by, you feel me? I progressed, and I got better with my acting, so I was able to get speaking roles.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
That's incredible. Are there any actors out there that you would like to work with in the future?
Hey, shout out my boy Johnny Johnny Carr. He was on All American, and also he was on the shot with me, and he showed a lot of support to me. So I want to show support to him too. So
sure. Now for the Shy, what's the actual premise of that show? What's it about? Like what's the basic narrative of it?
It's like life in Chicago, basically, because you know you hear about all the killings and that's going on in Chicago and all the poverty that goes on in Chicago, and you know the director Lena Waithe, the writer Lena Waithe, you know, she basically just shows how it is growing up in Chicago and just things that go down, the drama, the outside world, the killing, you feel me? Just everything that goes on in Chicago.
Mm-hmm.
And that's really what the show based around, you know, with the other little stuff, but you know, just
yeah, sure. Yeah. Now, I'm going to ask you a question, and you take it however you want. Do you see any similarities between Chicago and Cleveland, Ohio?
I had to say yeah, just with a lot of different reasons. I say that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Can you explain?
You know, when I look at Chicago from an outsider, even with the music scene, you know, I see a lot of these rappers, they are against each other. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
Nobody. It seemed like nobody with each other, and it just seemed like it's like war. You feel me? And I feel the same way with Cleveland, because it's just like in Cleveland, this is one of the most cities who really don't show a lot of love. You feel me? It's real hard in Cleveland to even get on, because everybody's against each other. Everybody hate on each other. Everybody want to be that top man instead of helping somebody else. So I feel like that's a lot of similarities. How I look at Chicago and Cleveland. How I look at Chicago from an outsider, and how it feels inside of Cleveland. Mm-hmm. You know.
What do you think about the pressure that young men and even young women have to avoid a life of crime? What do you think about that? I mean, you must have a lot of opportunities to do the wrong thing, but obviously you choose to do the right thing a lot of the time. How do you keep that balance?
You really got to have a strong mindset. You know, a lot of people, they get put around there so they feel like that's what you got to do, and it's not what you have to do. You feel me? I feel like I was raised strong enough and have a strong mindset enough. If I'm around something bad right here, that don't mean that I have to do that. I can leave, or I'm a leader. I'm a leave. You feel me? I don't want to put myself in a bad situation. Also, with my mom and dad, cause like, look, they like opposites. You know, my mom, she's the person who's gonna keep me out of, like, they both keep me out of trouble. My mom's like the sweetheart, you know, and my dad is what they say kind of street, you know. So I got both sides to me. So I understand a lot of stuff. You feel me, on both sides of the ballpark. So I know not to do this because my dad probably made that same mistake, and I know not to do this because my mom is telling me like not to do that. That like what the right thing to do and how to be a man, a gentleman.
Mm-hmm.
So,
yeah,
I feel like that's keep me out of a lot of stuff the way I was raised.
Yeah, I'm very captivated by you and the things that you're saying, because I feel like I'm listening to the future right now.
You are.
I feel like I'm listening to somebody who is going to be able to speak to the community, whether it be through a song, a movie, a play, or an event. You're going to be that guy.
Yes.
In other words, I'm looking at a leader right now and not a follower. What is a leader to you?
A leader to me is someone who inspire others. They will not put somebody in direction for failure. They always want the best for somebody. Feel me? They're gonna do everything they can to make sure the person under them will become their level or higher one day. You feel me?
Mm.
And that's what I feel like a leader is to me. I feel like I'm a leader because I want to focus on like giving back to my community. You know, also with this, I have a nonprofit called Parker's Promise. You know, and with that, I just want to show the youth, like I want to give back to the youth in my city, show them how to be gentlemen. You know, because a lot of these programs, you know, they're like they call them like nonprofits for the youth, but it's strictly for kids who get in trouble. What if it's about the kids that's in the middle? You know, the kids who don't get in trouble, but the kids who just not extra good kids, but the kids who just like me, you know, they want to be taught about sex education. You know, if they don't have a father to teach them about that, or their parents just don't be in their life enough to teach them about that. Even about prevention, you know, because a lot of these places, they tell you what to do when something happened. They don't teach you about how to prevent something happen, you know.
Yeah.
I want to teach that out, put positive energy into the world, give back, and show kids like you got a chance. And also with rapping, people think that you have to be street or gangster just to rap. You know, you don't gotta do that. You can just be yourself. That's what basically is for, you know, young black youth being themselves, being educated as young black teens, you know, as growing up to be young men. So
Absolutely.
yeah.
You know, you're a businessman. You're already thinking about giving back.
Mhm.
You know, one of the biggest ways to grow as an individual is to give back.
Give back.
Martin Luther King once said that, you know, if you want to change somebody, give them an opportunity to serve.
Yeah.
And here you are providing a variety of services at a young age that's gonna make you're gonna be somebody that young people can look up to in the future. And
Yeah.
it looks like your sweatshirt says Vito on it, does it?
Yeah, it has my Instagram on it too, CLEWITO.
Who made that sweatshirt?
Me, because I own my own t-shirt business called V's Tees.
It just never ends with you. It never ends with you, man.
Oh man.
I like that. What are some of the games that you like to play as well? I want to know that too.
Really, I've been playing 2K21 a lot lately with my friends.
Okay.
You know, I play Madden 21 too, and also Fortnite. I be on Fortnite. Fortnite like one of the biggest games right now. I gotta be on there.
Whatever happened with all the dances that like the floss dance that was on Fortnite? They got into a little bit of trouble about that, didn't they?
I think so. I just think they went to court, but I think the people lost though.
Okay.
Because they named it else or something. Yeah.
So Fortnite still has all the different dances on it?
Yeah, I can still go in there and do all them dances.
Right. All right. We got confirmation from Vito. Everything has been great and is going to continue to get even greater. Ladies and gentlemen, as I've said, I want you to grab a young person, grab an old person, and have them tune in to America's Next Motivator. We're going to be right back with more from Vito, the artist.
Yep.
America's Next Motivator. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 5 p.m. Eastern. Tuesday and Thursday at 10 a.m. Eastern. America's Next Motivator. Hosted by me, Cedric Riley, and sponsored by the Pride Empowerment Network. And we're back.
Yeah.
Vito, how you feeling out there?
Good. You know, still positive, still got the same energy.
Yeah. Did you get your braids fixed back up during the break?
Yeah, I got
Got the braids fixed up a little bit?
yeah.
All right, man, because
my hair, make sure I was polished, you know.
Yeah.
Make sure I was
absolutely. There you go. Yeah, man. An absolute hit maker. Yeah. When did you start wearing the taper around the sides? I know that's like a trendy look these days. When did you start doing that?
Like this really the beginning of 2018. I had waves.
Okay.
Yeah, so I started growing my hair out. I'm like, I don't know if I look right with the waves. So I started growing my hair out. Man,
right.
Look, my hair was so short. I used to be like this in the mirror every day to my mom. My hair only went to right here. I'm
right.
Like, my hair getting longer.
Right.
One day I woke up, my hair was all the way down here.
Wow. And you know, believe it or not, that's another thing that people want to understand. You know, when you get older and you get even more occupied with doing the works that you set out to do, your time is going to become shorter, meaning you won't be available to do all of these different interviews and let the world know who you are because you might be on set or on tour.
Yeah.
But while we have you here, I want people to learn as much about you as possible. How did you get your hair to grow? What do you use to grow your hair?
Really, to be honest with y'all, I don't take care of my hair how I'm supposed to take care of my hair. You know, okay. But I still wash it. I wash it if it's not braided, I wash it every time, like every day, you know. So other than that, you feel me? I gotta put grease in it, you know, make sure my scalp is moisturized. Like if your scalp not moisturized, your hair gonna get all dry and dandruff and hair might fall out. And if you got hair like mine, you know, you gotta make sure you pick it out, because if you don't be picking it out a lot, when you do pick it out, your hair is gonna break out. There's gonna be big clumps of hair everywhere. So.
Okay. And the reason why I ask you these questions is because, you know, there's a lot of young people out there that they don't live in a good home like you. They don't have both parents in their life. Some of these kids out there, they live in foster care. Yeah. And what you might not know about me is that I spent some of my years of my life in foster care, which is where I discovered that a lot of kids out there, they need people to identify with and to inspire them and to provide motivational messages. So when they see somebody like you, they're going to want to know, how did he grow his hair like that? Where did he get that hoodie from? What type of chair is that? Where can I find him on social media? That's why I'm asking you some of these questions. I want you to take another 10 seconds and provide a little bit of encouragement to foster kids out there in America who will be your potential fans in the future. Go ahead and talk to them.
I just want to say, always stay positive. You got to stay at a positive mindset, and everything I'm doing now, you can literally do. You got to put the time, the motivation. You feel me? You got to go out and get it. You got to grind, you know,
Yep.
Stay positive, you know, focus on your mental health. Make sure your mental is straight. Listen, you can have everything in the world, money, cars, females, anything in the world. If your mental is not straight, you will not be happy at all in life.
Wow.
Get your mental straight.
That is a really good jewel that you just dropped just now. Do you read any books? What are some of the books that you've read in the past that you thought were pretty good?
Really, I don't read a lot of books, but the books that I did want to get into is you know, I want to read more books about psychology, because I just want to know about the human emotions more, and you feel me, how to control, like, just about the body, you know.
Absolutely, yeah. And music is also a psychological thing, you know. So like when young people see your video, Laura and Urkel, they're gonna want to go out there and build relationships with other people. They're gonna want to go out and have nice, clean fun and stuff like that. And so music is also a psychological thing. I think that's great that you want to do that. Now, what are your plans after high school? What do you see yourself doing after high school?
I see myself moving to I want to move to Los Angeles, or like I just want to move out of the city, feel me, and be and just go out there and give it a shot. You know, because that's what you gotta go give it a shot. You gotta put your all towards. But right now, you know, I got accepted to the Cleveland School of the Arts. You know, so my high school years is really just me focusing on my craft and trying to perfect my craft for when I do become a man. These are my young man stages.
Mhm.
So after high school, I plan on moving out of the city somewhere and just going out there, giving a shot, giving all I got. So.
Absolutely. Absolutely. A man once told me, he said that in order for you to really spread your wings the way that you want to spread them, you got to go out there. You got to go out there in the world. You got to experience new things.
Yeah.
You got to go to new places.
Don't know until you try.
You don't know until you try.
You'll be surprised of how many people or what answers would be if you just ask. You feel me? Or if you,
That's right.
What opportunities will happen if you go try to do them? You feel me?
That's right. Yeah. And on that note, can you let us know how we can contact you? If there's a movie director out there and he's thinking, hey, I'm looking at some talent, how could he get in touch with you? Somebody who wants to collaborate with you on music or anything like that. How can people get in touch with Vito?
You can always DM me on Instagram at cle.vito. My Twitter is official Vito with 2 O's. You can also email me at lovespentertainment@gmail.com.
Okay.
info@vito.com.
Yeah. All right. So people can find you on Instagram. Everybody frequents Instagram already. Send him a direct message and get in touch. DeVito, you mentioned that you got to go out there, you got to give it a shot, you got to see what people say, and you got to travel. What are some of the coolest places that you've traveled to?
Los Angeles, when I went to the BET Awards 2019.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Whoa. Stop the bus. Stop the bus.
Uh-huh.
Hold on, let me make that a banner. I like that. Stop the bus.
Yeah, it was too cool, It was like every night you had the same seats and it was different people performing every night. And what's so cool about it, because I knew all the old rappers that was going up there too and all the young rappers. So I'm telling you, I stood on my feet all night, every night, know. And it was just like, because look, it's a time difference. So really our time was like, if it was 3 o'clock in the morning there, we partied, but it's really like 6 o'clock in the morning, but it still felt like we was doing something. So yeah, it was fun, just even being in a different environment, it's happy down there, more sunny, the sun hitting, you wake up in a good mood, you wake up looking at something positive with something to do. So
the vibes are different out there.
Vibes is totally different.
Yeah, when you under that sun, you get to vibing on different frequencies.
Literally, for real, and that's a real thing.
Oh
that's
yeah,
what a lot of people don't understand. Like even living in Cleveland, you don't really get a lot of sun, So
wow, it's important. It's important for people to go out there and get that sun.
Yeah, you really
absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you like LA? Mm-hmm. Where else do you like?
Miami.
Whoa.
Yeah, I went to Miami, I think that was 2017. And we actually went on a cruise too, because we went to the Bahamas. And we left Miami to go to the Bahamas.
Okay.
But while I was in Miami, you feel me? I was homeschooled, so I kept my computer with me. So when I woke up, I did my work on the bed, but like the view that we had, like right outside the window, you can see the water. It was straight water. It was a beach right outside. Feel me? So it was just cool, relaxed vibes. And I sat on the patio, did my work while I was looking at the water. It was peace of mind.
Now, can you also inform us, how is it managing schoolwork and artistry at the same time and being on the road at the same time? What's that like?
It's really not easy. Feel me? Because sometimes, me and my mom have little disagreements because like I want to do this. At the same time, it's like I gotta still focus on my schoolwork at the end of the day. Because hopefully, I'm praying that music work, like everything I do works out. But say this doesn't work out, then what's gonna happen? Because a lot of people have one option. Mm-hmm. If this doesn't go far with me, I still wanna you feel me, have like smarts. Because once you got smarts, you can you can do anything you want. I'm gonna still have a great job. You feel me? So
And you still want to be, you still want to be successful.
still want to be successful. Yep.
And so, what I hear that your mother is instilling in you is that you got to have a plan A, but you also need to have a plan B, C, D, E, however many plans you need to have to make sure that, hey, if I have to turn directions, I know how to still be successful. Yeah. Because everybody wants to be a winner. Would you say that?
Everybody, honestly, everybody wants to be a winner. Everybody wants to be on top. Everybody wants money. So,
yeah.
Yep.
Sure. And we talk about school a lot because school is so relevant in your life. If this was just a podcast and people were just listening to you, they might assume that you were the next young rapper who was 18, 19, and 20 years old. But in fact, you're 14 years old.
14 years old.
Yeah. And
just 14 years old, July 3rd.
Right. Absolutely. Mm-hmm. And I know your mother is near and dear to your life, but you mentioned back toward the beginning of our show today that your mother faced some adversity and you had to step up and be there for her. Can you tell us briefly, respectfully, what happened to your mom?
She was diagnosed with breast cancer in 2018. And it was very, very, very hard. Just seeing, like, a lot of people, they can't deal with seeing a mom like that. Like when you see your mom in a hospital all the time, or you waiting in the waiting room, and you want to have a positive mindset, but at the same time, it's like that can still happen at the end of the day. So it was just hard. I know I had to be strong for her, because I can't be, I can't be looking too down and she down. I had to be me and my dad had to be the one to uplift her. So, my dad was down our household, we was making sure my mom was straight over the years. It was still hard just mentally seeing your mom like that, and you don't know what's happening tomorrow. You feel me?
Right. Yeah. I want to commend you. I want to commend you for that, because you could have took it as an opportunity to back down, to stand down, and to turn around. But in fact, you decided to stand up and grow. You probably, became a much more introspective person, a better artist, and just having a even more positive mind frame as your mother beat her battle with breast cancer. Yeah. It's important not to take people for granted. Mm-hmm. And so what I hear you also saying is that, listen, it reminded you to definitely not take anybody for granted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I appreciate it, because you don't know. Look, like, God forbid, the next person don't wake up in the morning, but
yeah, that's right.
What's gonna happen?
Yeah. And we have to appreciate our parents while we're still here. In fact, Tupac Shakur, he made a song called "Dear Mama." What do you think about that song?
I know all the words to it.
You know all the words to it?
I know all the words to it.
Yeah, that's right. That sounds about right.
Because I'm silly. I go in the kitchen while my mom in the kitchen. I'll be bumping the song. We'll just be dancing and singing to it.
Right. Yeah. And and it's so many things that come to mind, as we have this conversation. I know in pre-production, and we're gonna bounce around because that's what we do. We bounce around. Yeah. In pre-production, you mentioned that you also had a part in the show Lovecraft. Is that correct?
Yeah.
What was that like? Because that's a hit show these days.
Man, listen. Are you ready? Listen.
Let's go.
When I tell you, I think I had 2 shooting dates, right? Yep. The first date, we had to be in the mountain. It's not summer. It's like the fall. So it's real windy outside. Okay. We had to I had to take my shirt off, and I was inside of the fire hydrant, cold water. Wow. And we did that about, honestly, like, no exaggeration, we did that about 50 times that one day, right? Wow. Then we came back the next day and did it about another 60 times.
Are you exaggerating?
Hours. And a lot of people just think, oh, they just did this. Like, people don't understand, like, when you actually behind the scenes, you do the same shot hours and hours. And we was actually cold, like,
right.
So we had to do that. Like, imagine in the middle of the fall, you just in cold water outside while the wind blows. trying to keep cool. Like,
Yeah.
it was hard.
You know, hey, you're working hard. Now, when you say that y'all had to do a scene 60 times, are you exaggerating? Was it more like 10 times?
No exaggeration. From like 9 o'clock in the morning to like 12 a.m.
You said 9 a.m. to 12 a.m.?
Yeah, like.
Hey, listen, the things that you're experiencing right now are making you into a legend. Matt Westone says Tupac was a legend. I agree. You know, and
also for the mindset.
That's right. I also see a young legend growing in you though.
Thank you.
You know, that must be some character building for you to be rehearsing a scene for 60 times. You know, you walk away from something like that, a changed young man. When you work like that,
you know, experience. I don't I should not ever be on set and feel like, oh, I'm too tired to do this. You know, I gotta do it because this is what's like. If I don't like, this is where the money is. That's how I'm gonna be successful. This how I plan on getting my mama that big house that everybody talk about. My mama, the Benz truck everybody talk about. So
that's right. Now, and investments. What investments do you plan on making?
Really, I like this. Like when I get older and I get like more money, like out of high school, I really want to invest in real estate because that's a good thing too, And I'm not going to invest in like, a lot of people, they get rich and they just spend their money on just dumb stuff or whatever. I'm gonna invest in companies, businesses, stock. What a lot of people don't think about. So yeah, I gotta.
That's big. That's big. I mean, your plan to invest is in the right areas. One thing I would add to that is also digital real estate. That's a thing now too. Digital real estate. So look into that because I can see you being huge in that market too. Now, Vito, if your life was a movie, what would you see happening next?
If my life was a movie?
Yeah.
Hopefully, not even hopefully. If my life was a movie, what I see happening next is me blowing up, really. After in the whole first 2 hours of the movie, it was me grinding, putting in all this work, feel me, and it got to the end, and it's happily ever after, and he finally made it,
Right.
That's what I say.
Yeah. Now, when you say finally made it, what's that mean? What's making it to you? What does it mean to make it? What is that?
What it means to make it is when it's generations of wealth, when you when you
boom
get so wealthy, when you get so wealthy, your kids is gonna be still rich, So that's what I feel like. That's what I feel like making it generations of wealth.
You know what, Devoto, PKA, Vito, I want to let you know this platform was made for you. This platform was designed for young people who have it in their eyes. They have it in their heart, and they're putting it out there.
Thank you. Yeah.
For those of you who stuck with us toward the end of this interview, let's take this one last comment. Mattis Westone says, Vito, you touch people's lives every day with just the way you are. Thanks for keeping it up and go all the way, bro. I see a world changer in you. I completely agree.
Thank you.
I completely agree. Yeah. Now you said that we could possibly have a live performance from you today.
Yeah.
Is now that time? Are you ready to do something for us a cappella?
I'm gonna do it with the song.
Boom, let's go. Let's rock and roll.
This song is called Untold Stories, It's as I was speaking about, my mom, cancer, even the trials and tribulations of how I was feeling when I made this song. So yeah.
Let's go.
Hey, So much pain up in my body and I really want it go. Can't express how I'm feeling, so I'ma say it in this song. So much anger built inside me, it's slow, you look at me roll. So much gas at my house and I swear we don't even smoke. Asking God why we live and die and we killing phone. You don't know how I'm feeling cause you ain't never been alone. So many nights wanted to cry but I did cause I'm so strong. You don't know about this Vito cause I smile every time I post. Say what you know about me, you don't know. Trapped up in a dog hole, I don't know where to go. Screaming from the back to the tunnel, don't take my soul, don't take my soul, don't take my soul. I've been hurting for a while now. Something inside me made me not even wanna smile now. Even though that is sunny, it's still a dark cloud. I'm thundering above my head and I thought my crown. Thundering above my head and I thought my crown. Through all this pain I can't afford, I gotta stay the same. It's bumps and bruises down this road, but I can't change my lane. You can't relate to me, no, you cannot feel what I'm saying. I try to talk to God, but I don't know if I'm praying. Man, this life that I'm living, man, I can't take it no more. Mama working with cancer, but still get money through the door. I told Jay that I got it, man, ain't no sleeping on the floor. I told Kaden go get the paper, don't wait till you get home. Why they wanna see us lose so bad? I don't know. If you went through what I went through, I promise you a fold, and I had to let the truth out. These stories is untold. Wanna move to the Neverland, cause this world's so cold. It's 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 so cold. So much pain up in my body and I really want it gone. Can't express how I'm feeling, so I'ma say it in this song. So much anger built inside me and smoke, you look at me wrong. So much gas at my house and I swear we don't even smoke. Asking God why we live and die and we killing phone. You don't know how I'm feeling cause you ain't never been alone. So many nights wanted to cry but I did cause I'm so strong. You don't know about this Vito cause I smile every time I put. When I got me, nobody got me, so I got me by myself. I've been hurting for a while and I'm just getting on myself. Never vented to nobody cause nobody never cared. Said you love me, no you lie, but I can't get it out my head, no. Traumatized by the words I love you, I know that you didn't mean it, too good to be true. Already knew that I was dreaming. I sit in my room in the dark and I'm just thinking. I'm applying this scheme to make life easier, it ain't easy, no I think that they don't right. Already know my demons dream through the night. Gotta get it out my soul, so I really need it gone, Can't express how I'm feeling, so I'ma say it in this song. So much anger built inside me, it's small, you look at me wrong. So much cancer at my house, and I swear we don't even smoke. Asking God why we live and die, and we can't live on. You don't know how I'm feeling, cause you ain't never been alone. So many nights wanted to cry, but I did, cause I'm so strong. You don't know about this Vito, cause I smile every time I post. Hey. Through all this pain I can't afford, I gotta stay the same. There's bumps and bruises down this road, but I can't change my lane.
Hey. Listen. Ladies and gentlemen, clap it up for him wherever you are, in your car, on the side of the road, at the grocery store, in your office, wherever you at, show him some love. You know what? I was motivated.
Thank you.
I was compelled. I didn't hear one thing that I disagreed with. That's real rap.
Thank you.
That is real rap. This man right here is the future, y'all. He the future.
Thank you.
Lisa Ingram is also in the building. She says, "Nice flow. I see you, Vito. True talent."
Thank you.
Absolutely. And again, you are on Instagram at cle.vito, correct?
Yep.
You know, as we round third base here, I'm just thoroughly impressed with you overall.
Thank you.
What's the name of the album?
The name of the album that I'm finna drop is on I don't know if I want to get a name yet. I want to be a surprise for everybody.
Okay.
You follow me on Instagram at cle.vito, then you'll see. Yeah.
Okay. You have a fan club yet?
No.
All right, because you sound like the type of person that I could see with a huge fan club, man. I've seen many young people across the world.
I'm sorry. Listen, I wouldn't say that I have the fan base that I want to have yet, but I feel like I got a nicer I I feel like I get a lot of support.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I can tell by I could tell by the way that you present yourself and what I've heard that you get a lot of support out there. Why wouldn't somebody support you? You're hot, man.
Yeah.
As when I was doing a promotion, I was saying that you remind me of a Bow Wow or a Soldier Boy, not because y'all are on the same level, but because you just got that it factor at a young age, man. By the way, I see you as having more talent than those guys. And one thing I want to say about you is that